what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tuesday and I love unboxing fashion with all of you. Today I have my Fashom box that I'm really excited to get into. If you want to see what's inside, be sure to stay tuned. Okay, like I said, I've got my Fashom box with me today. Excuse me, I'm a little bit excited about this box because before I got the pieces, I got a chance to actually talk with my stylist. Her and I had a little like Google Hangout, Zoom type call. And first of all, Kristen, who is my stylist, is uber cool. She's like my new best friend. We had so much in common. I just loved chatting with her. I think we could have just like gone on and on forever, but I did try to keep it focused on, you know, clothes. But we had so much to talk about and so much in common, and I just loved that. And I felt like this girl, she gets my vibe. Now, I don't know if she applied everything that we talked about to this particular box, but I know that going forward, I just feel like she gets me. She's really gonna get me. So I have high hopes for getting great boxes from Fashom kind of here on out, as long as Kristen is my stylist. So shout out to you, girl. All right, so let's jump into what's actually in the box. Let's start with this top here. It's a gray and white striped top, and if you're coming from my Instagram channel, then you've already kind of seen these pieces, and you can kind of like, you know, fast forward to the try-on. But for those of you who haven't had the chance to sneak peek these items, and if you're not on my Instagram, well, you should be, because right here I'm gonna post it for you. Go on and do that, and then come back. Yeah, I'm still waiting because I know it takes a minute. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, so this gray and white shirt, it kind of has a little bit of a mock neck, not quite, but it is short sleeved. It's very, very soft. And the fun detail on this is, of course, that it ties in the front. Now, you guys know I've had some issues with tie front blouses or tops, but I've also had some good issues with tie front blouses. I have a leopard print one that I absolutely love. As a matter of fact, I think I have 2 leopard print tie front blouses that I absolutely love. So let's see how this one plays out. Next up is this red and navy dress, and I'm not sure if it's a midi length or a maxi length. I can't tell as I'm sitting here, but I do love just the color scheme altogether. I used to have a red and navy striped top, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. I feel like this is very summery. It has kind of sort of nautical vibes too, which I'm about. The only hesitation I have on this dress is this crisscross in the front here. Again, you guys know if you've been paying attention or been watching for a little while that sometimes this pulls across my chest in a weird way because I do have a fuller bust. So we'll see how that works out. But otherwise, I am in love with the dress. Let me see what size this is, because that's my only other concern. Ooh, it's a small. I'm not sure if this is going to work out. We'll see what happens. You guys know I've picked up some weight, which I try not to harp on too much, but I picked up some weight, and so I've gone from actually a medium to a large, so I just don't see a small working out. But you know me, I give anything a shot, and y'all know I've put on some interesting things for this camera, so unless I just can't get it on my body, I pretty much show you guys all the good, the bad, the ugly, and the otherwise. All right, next up is this tank top here. It has floral detail on it. I like that it's a dark navy. My only kind of thing about it is, you guys heard me talk about it in my last Stitch Fix video, is these smaller florals, or maybe not my last Stitch Fix video, but 2 before that when I got the floral cold shoulder top. Small florals don't tend to work for me. They just don't. And these are very interesting. They look like wildflowers or something. I don't know. Not my super fave, but I don't hate it either. Again, it's just a matter of, you know, trying it on. Sometimes odd things work. This top also has these ties at the top, which I think are fun. Again, not something I would normally pick out for myself, but there's that. And again, you guys, my chat with Kristen kind of came maybe a little after these had already been picked. I'm not sure if like our notes from that conversation got infused into this box or not, so I'm not like expecting anything in particular out of this box based on the conversation that she and I had. However, I will say that this last top here totally fits into the vibe that I was talking about. It kind of has some bohemian vibes to it. It has the embroidery on it. I love this little notched neck. I think it's a 3/4 length sleeve, but you can tell by this little button here that it does have roll tab sleeves on it, which I actually love. I know some people just can't handle them or don't like them, but I love a roll tab sleeve because I feel like it's a great happy medium between a long sleeve shirt and a short sleeve shirt, clearly, because that's 3/4. But not just that, but because I run cold, so I'm always going places and freezing, especially in sleeveless or short sleeve tops. But long sleeve tops, of course, one, are usually too hot for most of the weather that we have here in southern Arizona, and two, I have long limbs, and so long sleeve shirts sometimes fall short. A 3/4 or, half length sleeve is kind of perfect for me. Kind of hits all the right buttons, and I don't have any complaints about it. I'm not too cold, the sleeves don't look funny, and I'm a happy girl, which is the most important thing of all. I don't know, I love this. My only concern, I always have concerns, is the coloring. I don't want it to wash me out, but I think the embroidery will break that up for me. Okay, so there's that. I actually have one more item in this box, and that is a very, very, very cool pair of earrings. I am so in love with these. I was excited for them to arrive. These are... they're earrings. Sorry for that little pause there. Okay, but they are asymmetric. They're designed asymmetric, so obviously this one has 2 big hoops on it, and this one has 1 smaller hoop on it. I absolutely adore them. I love things that are unique. I love things that are bold, daring, different. These earrings absolutely match that. I'm having a moment right now. Let me have it. And what makes these earrings particularly cool are they are sustainable. And I'm just going to read this to you really quick, this little pamphlet or whatever that came with it. They're by Verdiarte. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it or not, but here's what it says. Congratulations, you are purchasing an ecologically friendly product handmade by families of artisans. The golden grass, which is what they're made out of, is I think that's what they're made out of. They look like some kind of like grass type material. I just love these so much. The golden grass grows in a specific region of Brazil where it is the only source of income. It grows throughout the year, but it can only be harvested from September to November per the environmental protection regulations. This control ensures the conservation of the species, thus the sustainability of the communities. I love that. That sings to my heart. Love that. I can tell you right now, these earrings are staying with me. I love them. Or. Yes. All right. It's time for me to try some things on, so stay tuned. I'm not going to lie, this might be the biggest small I have ever seen. This is the dress. It is a midi length, so it comes up actually just below the knee, just so you can see. It has pockets, surprise. I love that. I'm not sure how I feel about how it falls through the midsection. I really need to see this in a larger mirror and not just look at myself in the camera before I can make that decision. But it fits very well. Yeah. It's actually, because it's so roomy at the top, this sits across my chest nicely. Gives me just the teensiest little bit of cleavage. It's not too tight at the arm. It actually is very comfortable. My only kind of hesitation is how it fits this way. I just don't want to look like I don't have a waist. Now, you could always fix that problem with a belt. So I could always kind of like, cinch it in at the waist, kind of like that. And it still feels loose enough through here to not accentuate, my midsection that I'm a little uncomfortable with. So yeah, this is really comfortable. And I mean, depending also on how much it costs, it's easy dressing. I mean, it just feels so comfortable. This is something I could totally run around in today as I'm going to make my Target runs and go to the grocery store and that kind of stuff. This is just really easy. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see the back. But like I said, I will need to just see myself in it before I can make any decisions in it. So that is look number 1. All right, I'll be back with one of the tops. Okay, this is not going to be staying with me for a number of reasons. One, because I'm not a big fan of the print. I just don't like small florals. They just don't appeal to me. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see the back. The other problem with this top is that it doesn't fit very well across the bust, so I feel very constrained in here. I would definitely want to size up, although it does fit through here, so I don't know if sizing up would actually be my best bet. And 3, I don't particularly care for the little detail at the shoulder. I just feel like it's a little too youthful, playful. I don't know, something. It's just not really me. So that is the first of 3 tops. I'll be right back with the next one. One thing about this shirt is that it is so soft, so soft. I want like every t-shirt to feel this good. It does have a little bit of a mock neck to it, but it's not, I don't know, not in the way. It's not bothering me. The shirt sleeve is wide, but like it just, this shirt has a little bit of heft to it. Like the fabric has a little bit of heft to it, but it feels cozy, I guess. And yet not heavy in a way that where you would think it's only a winter appropriate shirt. It's not. Totally summer appropriate. I also love this little tie here. When I first looked at the shirt, I thought it was more towards the center, but when I undid it and went to redo it, it actually sits a little closer to the side. So I kind of, tucked it a little bit to give it a little bit of a balloon hem, but you could, futz with it to your liking. But I just kind of like it played up a little bit like so. And I'm going to turn around so you can see the back with the single stitch down the back. Yeah, I really love this. It's just so comfortable. I've kind of been twirling around in it a little bit. Sorry if my mirror is distracting. I needed to put it up so that I could get a better view of what it actually looked like. And then I'm going to show you guys these earrings really quick because I am obsessed. Look. I feel like you could also wear these with like, you could put these together with other smaller earrings. Like I could wear a long one here and wear like maybe a stud in this ear. I know that was on trend probably about a year ago or whatever, and so maybe that moment has passed, but I don't care. I just think these are so cool. I just love them. Absolutely adore them. So beautiful. All right, so that is top number 2. I've got one more and I'll be right back. Okay, let's talk about this top. I don't dislike it. But here's some things about it. Okay, one is the color. I feel like it might be a little too blendy, although the darker embroidery on it does help break it up a little bit. I actually really enjoy this embroidery here. I love the little notch neck on it. Then let's talk about the sleeves. This is it rolled up with the little roll tab, and then this is with it down. I don't particularly care for them down. And it might just be that this needs to be ironed or steamed, that I'm just not getting the full effect of the sleeve here, but I'm just not super in love with how it feels when it's down. But what I love about the sleeve, though, is this embroidery on it, and when you roll it up, you lose all of that. The other thing is this is a very sheer material. You can clearly see my bright pink bra underneath it. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, but other than that, like, it's super lightweight, it's very comfortable, very breezy, perfect for kind of a summer. I love the style of it, the aesthetic of it. It definitely has bohemian kind of vibes to it, and I appreciate that. I just don't know if I super love that. On top of that, I have a top that's very similar that I bought earlier in the year. It's a beautiful, like, ivory with tone on tone embroidery on it, and a sleeve that I really love, and yeah, but it's very similar to this and has like buttons down the back, and I just really love it. So I don't know that I need another piece that's very similar to it that I probably don't love quite as much, but this is the piece, and that, my friends, is everything in the box. Let's do a recap. Okay, you guys, it's time for the recap. Just so you know, I do have a note here from my stylist, and I'm just going to read it to you really, really quickly. She says, "Hi, Tuesday. Thank you for styling with Fashom. I absolutely loved watching your live on Instagram with Modal." So just so you guys know, I did have a chat with Modal, who is the CEO of Fashom. Her and I had a great little chat for about a half hour, and she was actually wearing those earrings that I showed you guys in her video, or in our video, and so I think that's part of the reason that I ended up with those earrings. I was telling her how amazing they were, and she was telling me how amazing they were as well. She says, "Based upon your styling requests plus your Instagram, I've pulled together this comfortable yet boho chic selection for you that I think could include some perfect additions to your summer wardrobe with easy flowy silhouettes and updated detailing." And then she goes on to talk about each piece. She does also say that some of their sizes do run a bit differently, so we encourage you to give everything a try. She was definitely right about that. And then, of course, wishes my family and I health and safety, as I wish for all of you. Okay, so let's talk about pricing. So just so you know, with Fashom, I think if you keep 3 pieces or more, at least 3 pieces, you get 25% off. If you keep all 5 items, you get 30% off, which is probably the best discounting of any of the style boxes that I subscribe to. So let's go through the pieces. Let's start with this Griffin Paris woven top. It is $43. Super cute top. It's very lightweight. I love the detailing on it. I just didn't love the sleeves and the fact that this color was kind of washing me out a little bit. So I think I'm going to pass on this one. Next up is the gray Natural Life Jessie Modal knot top. That's why it's so soft. It's made from Modal. This is $43. This is also an amazing top. It feels very cozy, but not in a heavy, wintry kind of way. And I loved the way that it tied off to the side as opposed to in front. This is definitely a maybe. It is $43. Okay, next up is the Eliza print top with shoulder ties. This is $42. I feel like $42 is maybe a little steep for this particular top, but I will say this. One of the things I talked about with Modal is the fact that they try to find companies that are more sustainable, have good practices as far as the environment and their people and that kind of stuff. And so if pieces are a little bit more expensive, it's a little bit offset by the fact that these are hopefully companies that are a little more responsible. And so I can get behind that. Sometimes when you know what it is that you're paying for, you're okay with spending a little more money on it. And so that makes the price point a little bit better. That being said, I still don't love this top. I don't like the small florals on me. I don't like the little shoulder ties on it. And I feel like it's a little tight across the bust. If you are a smaller chested woman, I feel like this would be a great piece for you. It is a medium, so I would say it's generally true to size unless you're busty. If you're busty, this is not going to work for you. Okay, next up is the dress, the Umgee USA striped midi t-shirt dress. It's $36. I think that's a great price for this dress. I need to see it up close though. I just couldn't get a really good visual for it in my camera. So I'm going to take another look at this, try it on again really quick to see how it fits overall, because this was just an easy throw-on dress. Perfect for every day, perfect for the summer. And then of course are the earrings, the Verdiarte. I'm probably mispronouncing that because I don't speak a lick of anything else besides English. A teeny bit of French. Teeny. These are the Mismatch earrings. They're $32. These could have been $54 and I still would have been in love with them, and I am definitely keeping them. And that's everything in the box. Now, there are potentially 3 pieces in here that I would like, which would take 25% off the items, making them a little more affordable. In any event, if I kept everything just as is before discounts, it would be $240. I would get a 30% discount, of course, if I kept everything, taking $72 off, making the total $168 for all 5 pieces. So that is what is in the box. as usual, let loose in the comments. You guys always have good things to share. Why you like things, why you don't like things that you have that are like it, reasons that you couldn't keep it, whatever. I want to hear it all. This is a no judgment zone. We're here to have conversations about clothes. I don't have to like all the comments. I mean, be nice. Critical, but nice. Because that's what keeps this fun and exciting. So, go for it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to join the party on the regular, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that little notification bell, because I don't have like a regular posting schedule at this point. Maybe sometime in the future, but at the moment I just post videos when I feel like it, which has gotten to be pretty often. Okay, I thought I would throw in this super quick update because I've just had a chance to try on the 2 pieces that I was thinking about keeping. And it just goes to show that looking at yourself in the camera is just like not enough. I really need to be able to look at myself in a mirror, snap a couple of photos or whatever, so that way I can get a really great idea of what is happening. I tried this dress on again, and once I saw myself in the mirror, I was like, oh, hi, yeah, no. It's just completely shapeless for me. Even the addition of a belt just wasn't helping, and part of it was the placement of those pockets. They were right at the hips, and so it was just making my hips look wide. It fit across the top, but it just didn't fit in the middle and across the hips. You guys probably could see that in the camera, but I couldn't. Not as well as you guys could, and so this dress is definitely a no. The other thing was this top here, the gray top. While it's super comfortable and super soft, I totally stand by that. I just wasn't in love with the neckline, and this isn't really as much of a mock neck as I thought it was. It says a little high, but not really. But my problem was that I couldn't get past the neckline. It just felt like it just wasn't the best shape for my bust line at the top. When I looked at the bottom half of the picture, like if I covered my face, because I took a little selfie, if I covered my face and looked at the bottom with just the tie and with my shorts on, I was like, oh, that's really cute. But if I covered the bottom half and saw just my face with the top of the neckline of the shirt, I was like, oh, no. So this as well is going to be a no. So it looks like probably the only thing that I'm going to keep in this box are those earrings. All right, you guys, I just wanted to throw that in really quick before I ended this video. Now go live with love. Bye.